Good morning. Welcome back. Yes, it's time to get excited. Of course, the World Cup is just days away, and so many teams have now arrived in Qatar ahead of the tournament, with training and preparations well underway in various camps. And of course, Mr. Carl Wasty, a lot of people making predictions. I'm going to say right now, a very good morning, Qatar.
Good morning.
To the Tibbs and the family, our SABC Sport family. So good to be connecting with you from our feel-good breakfast studios across all of the channels. We love you guys. Now, of course, so much excitement. There's been a particular interest in the Portuguese camp at the moment, not only because they've got one of the coolest squads in the tournament, superstars, but also because of a certain explosive interview that a certain Cristiano Ronaldo gave about his time at Man United. He spilled the beans. Now, Ronaldo said that the club betrayed him and that he has no longer any more respect for manager Erik ten Hag. Now, those comments clearly didn't land well with his Portuguese and Man United teammates. And I think one of the talismans of that team, Bruno Fernandes, with the two having what looked like a pretty frosty exchange while meeting in the changing room. Incredible. And while his interview has clearly riled up a few teammates, Ronaldo himself seems to be happy, at least away from the club right now, smiling and joking and happy to be around his Portuguese team members. Going into a tournament like this, you don't want headlines taking any kind of interest or energy away from your campaign in a World Cup, surely.
Poor timing. Psychologically, you want to get prepared. All of your teammates, some of which are part of the actual Portuguese team or part of your Manchester United team. So to drop an interview of this magnitude coming out, in fact, I think it's tomorrow, I think that's a poor timing. And I mean, people are speculating that, maybe Ronaldo's going to drop the reason for load shedding as well as some of the other reasons.
Petrol prices.
He's going to say Harry Maguire's the best player in the world, whatever that may be. But I think timing-wise, it's very, very precarious at this particular stage. Maybe not the best move.
Yeah, not the best move. Don't worry, Harry Maguire's got Stones. Stonesy came out and supported
there we go,
They,
perfect.
The back two have certainly got each other covered. But look at these names, buddy. Bruno Fernandes, obviously, João Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Carvalho, Ruben Dias, Ruben Neves. That Portuguese side might be the... I know I say that about every team.
Yes, you do.
But they might be the dark horse. We absolutely love it. But we'll watch that saga very closely. Now, of course, a bit of an interesting story has started to develop concerning Ghana, because they've now named their final World Cup squad. So Inaki Williams and Nico Williams are brothers, but now they're going to be playing for two different nations. I don't know how they feel about that. So Inaki has played once for Spain in the past, but now he has switched back allegiances to Ghana, and I think they're going to need him. And his younger brother, Nico, he's going to don the colours of Spain. Incredible. So I wonder how the country feels about it. I know the Spanish are used to them because they both ply their trade in Spain together.
Yes.
Imagine playing against your brother in a World Cup.
I mean, it's happened before. We had brothers actually switching allegiance, and it's about your native country versus the country that you've, been adopted into, etc. But I just believe that it's such a great little clash, and also maybe a bit of unity. I want to think positively. The Boatengs actually did it too,
They did do it, buddy. I'm so glad you brought that up. So two different teams in a World Cup. We had Jerome Boateng and Kevin Prince Boateng, both incredible players who achieved so much in their respective fields, but one represented Germany and Ghana back in 2014, respectively, and of course that was a good year for Germany. Absolutely amazing stuff. Then, of course, one particular team seems to grab all the headlines come World Cup time, and it's only because they won their last major trophy back in 1966. Yet we still believe they're going to feature in every single World Cup.
Is it coming home?
Is it coming home? They haven't said it yet, but it's possibly too soon after their crashing out of Euros at that final hurdle. But, of course, England left for Qatar, and they got the absolute best send-off possible from their brand new king. Take a look at this. Absolutely beautiful stuff there. And of course, they reached the quarters 4 times. They reached the semis back in Russia. So high hopes on this English squad. And Harry Kane has the opportunity, I think, also to etch his name into English footballing folklore as well. But it's going to be an exciting one. So to all of our Good Morning Qatar viewers, join us again next morning. In fact, every day throughout this World Cup, we're going to be spilling the beans on the social media airwaves. But have yourself an amazing day and get so excited about the World Cup because it's coming this weekend.